often get asked, how can I do my job? Doesn't it get me down? What do I do to help myself through some of the harder moments that I deal with and that we deal with in our profession? And I think self-care is the biggest answer for all of this. And it's different for every funeral professional or for anybody who does a job that is just grueling and maybe emotional and kind of brings you down. So I've put together my top 10 list of things I do for self-care. So I'm going to give you a little glimpse into how I take care of me. Number one for me is exercise. And maybe it's because it is me time that only I can do, only I can take part in, and only I can give my effort and best self to. So exercise is my number one.
Hey guys, it's about 5 a.m., which is about the time I usually wake up to exercise. And so everybody else in my house is still sleeping. I pray that my kids do not wake up during this time. But I've got all my weights at home. I've got my mat. It might get a little dark, hold on. And I have my laptop, and I usually stream my exercise video on my laptop. I do Beachbody on demand. So I kind of bounce around what program I'm doing right now. I'm hitting weights pretty hard. And then I'm doing some running too, and some internal cardio, or inside cardio, internal. Welcome to 5 a.m. So exercise is always important. I think my t-shirt's on inside out, like who knows, but I get up, I do it, I feel better afterwards. So have a good day.
My number two is sleep. Now, I'd like to think this is a self-care thing that I take part in more. However, with toddlers that need to pee in the middle of the night and sometimes late nights and getting up really early to accomplish number one, the exercise, I don't always get the sleep I want. However, I have found as I'm getting older, I do like to partake in naps once in a while when I can. So sleep is important. It's a nice turn off and decompress time. Number three is eating. So I kind of giggle at this because the first thing that pops in my mind is like brownies and beer or something, but it's eating so I feel good, eating to sometimes, make yourself feel better by having things that are not the best for you, but also eating to take care of yourself. So I think there's two different components to that. Number four, very important one, is the coffee. So to me, coffee is kind of an event. It's not just, hey, pour a cup of coffee and drink it. Like, I like certain shape mugs. They have to be the right fit in my hand. I need to have my creamer. Let's see, which creamer do I have right now? My vanilla is today, but it's always the almond milk. So coffee, very important for the caffeine, but also it's an event of comfort and warmth and yumminess. Number five is comfy shoes. Making sure that my feet are not pissed at the end of the day. So I don't wear 3-inch high heels. I don't dress for fashion. I dress for comfort, and I make sure my feet are taken care of by investing in good shoes. Netflix and chill is a thing. Next part is decompress time. And I would, a lot of these things are decompress time, but actually carving out even 5 minutes where I'm not thinking about the next thing I need to do, I'm not taking care of somebody, I'm not trying to accomplish some grand thing, I am literally just decompressing. For me, sometimes that means a bath or a hot shower or just Netflix and chill, where I turn on something mindless where my mind is not going to wander because that's in the background and I'm doing something else. So maybe I'm checking up on Facebook on my phone, but I also have this thing running in the background, like the TV show Bones on Netflix or something. And so my extraneous thinking is taken up by that Netflix. So it's complete decompress time because I'm not letting my mind wander to what I should be doing. Number 7 is grooming. So taking a little time to get my hair done, to get my nails done once in a while. Usually I'm too frugal to have my nails done, but once in a great while I will go get my nails done, get my toes done, just take a little me time to make myself feel a little pretty and to just pamper myself. I think everybody needs to do that, even the dudes. Go get your nails done. So my number 8 way of self-care or thing to do is reading and educating. I think it's really important to take care of myself by bettering myself and by taking that time to read magazines, try to read books. I just don't read very many books since the kids were born yet because I'm tired and I don't focus as well as I used to. Right now I've got this one working stiff on my nightstand, so I'm working my way through this as diligently as I can. But I also love podcasts. How I Built This is one of my favorite. I turn it on when I get in the car. I love the entrepreneurial learning. I love those success stories of people who really gave an effort and got to where they wanted to go. So to me, that is a version of self-care that I love to do. This may seem like one of the simplest, but family time and or friend time is crucial. So taking time to remember why we do what we do and really diving into time with our family, diving into time with our friends, whether it's, going to movies, going to ball games, going to happy hour with your circle of friends, or having a movie night and a pizza night with your family at home, and just decompressing and really immersing and enjoying the time that you do have with your family and with your friends. So number 10 to me is a big one because it is something I can do no matter where I am. And I can do it personally, I can do it with others, and that is spiritually filling up and spiritually recharging myself. So I can go to church and I can be around like-minded individuals and I can be surrounded by worship music and listen to a message, and I can, get recharged there. Or I can just turn on some praise music in my car and belt it out, and I'm amazing at singing in my car, just so you know. But it could be anything. It could be a spiritual, it could be, just your belief in nature and in nurturing and in, the cosmic whatever. It doesn't have to be in a deity. It doesn't have to be in one person. It can just be your belief in something empowering you. And so I think that spiritual fill up is really crucial and really important because that is what I believe in, and that is what gives me strength, and that's what gets me through some of the unknowns and some of the questions and some of the whys that I don't think we're ever going to get answers to in this profession. And so to me, leaning on God, leaning on the Bible, leaning on His Word is where I get my spiritual fill up. So those are my 10 ways that I do some self-care for myself, along with comfy clothes when I get home from work. That is just the simple things that I do. Some of them are daily, some of them are once a week, some of them are once a month, once a year. But they're things that when I need them, I know I can go to them and they're going to provide something for me that I need in that moment, whether it's relaxation, a release of frustration, like with the exercise, or whether it's just comfort. That is what self-care is for, and it's for helping restore yourself when you're depleted in some area. So what do you do for self-care? So share some of your ways that you provide self-care for yourself through your busy and hectic life, because I would love to learn what you do to care for yourself. Bye.